way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Yeah. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking.
Hello and welcome to week 4 of the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, Whiskey Madness 2021, the road to the final pour. And at long last, we've arrived at our destination. We pulled our virtual whiskey tasting hot rod into the parking lot of the glittering Whiskey Tangent Arena, and our taste buds are primed and ready to determine the overall champion of this year's tournament. I'm Scott, and joining me as always is Ed.
Hey!
As well as Anders.
Salutations.
And Gabe.
Hello, hello.
And Ed's going to get us going by reminding us the final 4 whiskeys and how they got here on the cusp of making their whiskey dreams come true.
So a complete turnaround from last year's tournament, which saw 4 number 1s in the final bracket. And the final pour is represented this year by Corsair Dark Rye, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, and Sexton Irish Whiskey make up the 4 seeds that made it to the final pour. Only the Crown Royal XO, an afterthought actually in the world bracket, as a 2nd seed.
Yeah.
Given that mainly because of the prestige of its company, Crown Royal, over the last 5 decades or so, is the only highly ranked participant left in the contest. So it's a battle of number 4s and a 2.
Yes, and we've talked about these whiskeys endlessly. The first one coming up is the Evan Williams and the Corsair Dark Rye. We're doing the American bracket finals first. I mean, there's a big difference in the proofage here. Evan Williams Bottle and Bond is 100. Corsair Dark Rye is 85. The Mashbills are all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say anymore. I can't believe that Evan Williams is here.
What's great about the number 4s being here is they've all upset the number 1 seed in the opening round. So they definitely got here on their merits.
Yep.
They had the toughest road to get here, and yet they're all here. The Evan Williams is 100 proof. It's 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley, going against a very fascinating mash bill for the Corsair Dark Rye. Scott, help us out. What's the Corsair again?
It's a 61% malted rye, 4% malted chocolate rye, and 35% malted barley.
Right, and we talked about the fact that Corsair, it does some amazing stuff. They have a triple smoke. They have a quinoa whiskey.
Yeah. They got really interesting expressions.
They have some barrel-aged gin. So they're a very interesting company that I think are doing amazing things, and you should check them out.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
We're going to do that on a future episode.
We're going to do their gin on a barrel-aged spirit episode, including tequila and rum.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So we're just going to take a really quick break just so we can play some fun music.
Get us psyched up.
And then Gabe's going to pour the whiskeys, and we're just going to taste it. We're getting right into it.
I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, it's tough. I lock in, I got this, radio drop this. Hot shit, just watch this, I fucking promise. So lit, do not miss your chance to cop this. Will you capture it, or just let it slip?
Okay, so we're back, and Gabe is in the midst of giving us the glasses.
Is this actually A?
Yeah, Gabe set these up, so if these are fucked up, it's all Gabe's fault.
I triple checked the digits on the glass, and
God.
I had everything situated correctly.
The nose on A is so spectacular. God damn it, you magicians.
Pirates. The Pirates at Corsair.
I think you guys are going to know which ones you're tasting.
Oh,
I mean, that's probably
by the distinctive.
I mean, the nose is a little different, but yes, the palate is going to be.
It's all about what you're just going to feel that at the moment.
Alrighty.
God.
It's exciting.
A is so good. B is definitely the higher proof one. I mean, you can taste that right away. I'm going to put a little bit of water in B just to kind of even them out.
No peeking.
I'm sorry.
Terribly sweet.
Ed threw it his selection to me. He gave it to me. He didn't throw it. He's civilized. Sometimes. Not always. Very rarely. Okay, not really at all.
I am a scholar and a gentleman.
You're a little bitch, accepted.
Jesus.
That works for some people.
Whiskey went up the back of into my nose. I couldn't talk for a minute, so Gabe had carte blanche to go at me, and I couldn't even come back. So I was dying over here.
While we're waiting.
Oh, shit. Ed and Anders are already made their decisions.
I'm trying to get an idea of where you guys are heading. I think I know where Ed's going. I'm not sure about Anders and Scott. I feel like they're really tossed up between
Salads.
the old legend and the newcomer.
Salads.
Oh, God. You just have to go there.
You little bitch. Don't even fucking look at me right now.
Hey.
Fred!
Philip!
Fred!
He knows he started with
Fred, calm him down, please.
Oh, no. Philip and Fred are getting into it.
I can't believe you're having this much trouble. To me, it was a no.
I'm not having this much trouble. I'm actually just trying to choose which one I actually like.
Right.
Because I know which ones are which. They're completely distinct. When you get to this point,
For me, the flavor profile of one just outshined the other.
How does the water affect your decision making right now?
I mean, it helped a little bit. It brought a little bit more sweetness out in B. A is completely more complex than B, but B is terrific. They're both 4 seeds, so I feel like whichever one I pick is the right one.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good point.
I'm going to turn around. Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round.
Turn around.
What would you just pick? Jesus Christ.
Have you seen her singing recently? She sounds terrible.
She always sounded like a bit of blacktop coming out off the back tires.
Jesus.
She sings like ass-phalt.
It's like Kathleen Turner going from Jessica Rabbit to Sue Collini.
Going to Chandler's dad in France.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the funniest casting ever.
Yeah, that was great. Okay.
We have the winner.
The winner, and was it unanimous?
No. We have the up-and-comer.
Yes.
Moving on.
What? Which one?
Corsair.
Oh my God! What?
Ed and Scott picked Corsair Dark Rye. Anders went with the old standby.
Well, it's the well whiskey of the
Evan
locals,
Williams.
so of course.
Wow! I love it.
Wow.
So
nice.
You guys have agreed more than I think you ever have.
I
on
know.
one of these.
I think I've drawn Ed a little bit further into the rye space, but
It wasn't even close to me. It was so delicious.
I think also in this tournament, I have also picked the lighter proofs and frequently the sweeter expression, but not in this case.
It's not really our strength.
I think, Scott, I figured you were going to pick the Corsair. I think Ed and Anders, I thought you were going to go with the old standby. It's a bit surprising.
I agree. That's where I thought that was going to shake out.
Initially, I led with a Corsair, but I just preferred some of the layers to it when I proofed it down with a little bit of water, and the Evan Williams from 100 proof down to like something a little bit more comparable to 85. I just preferred that more. But I am really excited to see the Corsair rye move forward and see if we have another rye win at all.
I mean, it's crazy to me that it's doing so well. And Evan Williams, great job.
Incredible showing in this tournament.
And Heaven Hill should be very, very proud of how they've performed in this tournament. So we have Corsair in the final pour against either Sexton or Crown Royal.
Kind of amazing that an 8-month age statement is going on to the finals.
Yeah.
It's something in that magic of what they're doing to that cask.
Yeah, we determined that they had these tiny 15-gallon barrels that they were aging their expressions in, and it's that small batch aging, literally small batch,
right,
in conjunction with their very unique mash bill, which I think is what's getting all that flavor.
In saying that, what is their rick house like? Is it in a?
I don't know.
Where are they located?
Tennessee.
So
Tennessee.
You don't know if it's kind of like
Tennessee.
In Shavonne's face, I sing.
Tennessee. It's in. I think it's Nashville.
But she don't like.
I think it's Nashville. Did she wait?
I just heard something.
Did she knock? Come in. No.
Yoo-hoo!
She is coming over though.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Everybody's coming over.
Yeah. Everyone. It's gonna be a party.
Everybody wants to be here.
Everybody.
So
I don't know
we're
what
gonna take
it
a
is.
short break.
Anyway.
And we're going to come back with the world bracket final between the Sexton Irish Whiskey and the Crown Royal XO.
Okay, we're back, and we have the matchup of the Sexton, the 4th seed from the Scotch-Irish bracket.
Absolutely.
Going against Crown Royal XO, the number 2 seed out of the world bracket, going up against each other on their way to competing against Corsair in the finals.
Right. Now, here's the fascinating thing. We got the exact same proof, 80 and 80.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
We have completely different mash bills.
Yeah.
We have a 100% malted barley versus basically a cognac finished Canadian rye.
Yes. Exactly. But also Sexton is sherry finished.
It is sherry finished,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah.
so they're very similar in their style, if not maybe in everything else.
In their green. Like, the green is really the big difference there.
So
Yeah.
Anders has put the glasses down in front of me.
He
A and
has.
B.
We're doing this very fast,
And
rapid
the
fire.
flavor, like the smell, wafted up to me of sweetness from both of them. So I'm going to take a little moment and let's nose the glasses.
They're both sweet, but A is... Oh, my God. There's so much more off of A.
Yeah, I think I can tell from the nosing on it. I think I know which one's which, but it doesn't really determine the tasting now, does it?
No, it doesn't. Smell is a lot of taste, but it's not the be-all, end-all.
I think that element of sweetness is really going to come into play in the final pour.
God, I love the nose on A. Holy crap, smells amazing.
And it carried through a bit to the palate.
Wow. See, now I nosed it again, and now I'm thinking something totally different. It really just reversed on me, and now I think the one's the other one now.
That's what happens when you taste it
Seriously.
blind. Yep.
Really digging that second.
It's interesting because barley can be very spicy, and the rye from the Crown Royal rye, of course, is very spicy. But to me, it's really the finishing that's making the difference here.
Interesting.
Wow, I've drank a lot today. Maybe we should mention that we did both this episode and the last episode in the same day.
Yeah, we did do round 2 earlier in the day, and then we broke for a catered lunch with the crew and all the
Philip and Fred and all our
I need to know
assistants.
Yeah.
PBRs.
We had the grip and the assistant director and the I don't know why Anders is whispering today. But
What are you talking about? I'm not whispering.
it's gremlins.
They're both very good. They're very distinctive in their own way, but my decision I just really am comfortable with.
Oh, you've already picked?
Yes.
And you have already picked?
Both
God,
Ed and Gabe
I'm last
have
again.
made their submission. And once again, it comes all down to Scott. I'm certainly intrigued.
A is, wow.
Will it be a split decision?
I've been conflicted a lot in this tournament, but not this round.
Not this one. This was really clear for you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I know which one is which.
I don't, by the way.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Amateur.
Certainly
I have
interesting.
thoughts, but I can't say for sure.
Did you hear it, Gabe? Gabe's like, amateur.
You're soft. Your palate is soft.
I do have soft palate.
So what you're
If you
saying
raise
is it doesn't get hard for you.
No. No. My palate does not.
Wow.
I wonder how good these mics are. I wonder if you can hear me raising my soft palate.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Is that like a muscle
Yeah,
exercise you do to start singing?
Your soft palate is a soft muscle at the top of your mouth, right behind the hard. If you press your tongue to the like bony hard part, right on the top of your mouth, there is a softer part right behind it. Yeah. I'm not going to look at Scott's submission that he has just made yet and finish this.
Kind of like in the gully of the middle of your mouth?
in the gully right in front of your uvula. That little thing that hangs in the back of
The
your throat
dangly
that
bits.
you see when, you can actually move that muscle up and down, and moving it up and opening it creates more of a deeper resonance when you sing.
Ah,
Wow.
I see.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. So,
I should try to learn that.
yeah, it turns out singers with wider mouths sing louder.
I see. Right. Because there's
It's-
literally
it's-
more volume.
Yeah.
Then I would be a probably a loud singer. I'm pretty wide.
Oh, yeah, you are.
All right. So
All right.
More ways than one.
In
so
the bracket featuring the Sexton Irish Whiskey versus Crown Royal XO.
To determine the final.
Yeah.
Gabe has chosen B.
Yeah.
Ed has chosen A.
Okay.
Scott has chosen B.
And B was...
Crown Royal XO that
Crown
will
Royal
go
went
on
on.
to face
And I chose the Sexton.
the
and I love
Corsair
the Crown Royal.
Dark Rye in the finals.
I love the Crown Royal XO. I think I love it the most of everybody in this room.
I am so surprised.
But the Sexton
yes.
to me had a little bit more complexity. And you both have probably hurt our sponsorship moving forward. But that said...
I can't fault you for picking the Sexton. I really love it. But
Yeah.
the thing that came down to me was the finish on the Crown Royal had that really nice rye spice linger that I love.
The finish was great on that XO. It really filled the mouth out. It was very complex, very full.
Dense and spicy. It was,
you don't
so
have to
nice.
sell me because I love the XO.
I know. That's why I'm so
love it.
surprised you picked the Sexton.
This is real exciting. Other than the last 2 weeks, I've never tasted the Crown Royal XO, and I'm blown away at the complexity of it.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't know which way this final pour is going to go. Last year, it was the Bullet Rye against the
Green Spot.
The Green Spot. Those were very different,
Very different.
very disparate whiskeys.
These are a bit
Now
closer.
we have two ryes.
Right, essentially, yeah. A Canadian and American.
Two ryes with very sweet elements to them.
Yeah.
The dark rye with the chocolate mash included, and it has a very round, less floral rye finish. And then also the Crown Royal with that cognac finish. I am very intrigued to see which way this final pour goes.
I know.
All right, so we're going to take another very brief break, and we're about to have the final tasting of the tournament, the final pour, the championship between Corsair Dark Rye and Crown Royal XO.
Doing it for years and I still ain't pop. Got blackballed and I still ain't stop. Finna flip out, you can call the cops. What they gonna say? Let the beat drop.
So we're back, everybody. The whiskeys are behind the partition. Gabe is pouring. Anders has joined us to taste here in the final pour of 2021 Whiskey Madness.
Here we stand.
We have, for your drinking pleasure, the Corsair Dark Rye.
Or our drinking pleasure.
Our drinking pleasure. The Corsair Dark Rye and the Crown Royal XO. The proof is 85 for the Corsair and 80 for the Crown Royal.
And yet, we said earlier,
Right.
the proof of the 80 of the Crown Royal, it doesn't taste like an 80 proof whiskey.
Not at
It
all.
tastes much thicker and richer.
It holds up very well. It's a nice mouthfeel.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mashbill is different. We have a cognac finished Canadian rye going against the Corsair Mashbill, which Scott will tell us.
Right. So the Crown Royal is about 80% rye. It's non-disclosed, but the Corsair, again, 61% malted rye, 4% malted chocolate rye, and 35% malted barley. 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 It's just an amazing mash bill. That's why it's made it this far. Honestly, I think that is the reason.
The Mashbill, without a doubt.
It's not the proof. It's not the aging. It's only 8 months. It's small batch. It's the fucking mash bill.
Yeah.
I agree. And so let's get to tasting it. We know these whiskeys. We've talked about them. We know who they are.
Ad infinitum.
It is a 4 seed in the Corsair versus a 2nd seed in the Crown Royal XO.
We've had a lot to drink today. Please give us our last drinks of the recording.
We are now tipping off the final round. Here we go.
we are.
Handing out glasses.
Amazing.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Here come the A's. Thank you. I have mine.
Smells very nice. Smells very nice.
Okay, and now the B's.
Okay.
Obrigado.
Thank you,
Obrigado.
You're welcome.
B. I mean, for the B.
Did you know that the Japanese word arigato comes from
Yeah, the Portuguese obrigado.
Obrigado,
Yeah,
yeah.
for thank you. I know.
Yeah.
It's weird how languages work.
They loved it so much
love
they
languages.
stole their jujitsu. Cultural exchange at its finest.
Right.
Okay, we're nosing and we're tasting. What are the overall initial...
I know which one's which.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
At this point, it should be, but...
Yeah.
A is very sweet and mellow, and B is very in-your-face, spicy with the rich chocolate notes and the rye.
So you're knowing which ones you're drinking here. It's just coming down to what you're feeling at the minute.
Wow, B is so terrific.
They are all torn. It's going to come down to the final buzzer beater. I really believe that. It's just going to be the last second shot.
Shit.
Wow, they're really beating themselves up. And if you want me to, I'll help you beat yourselves up as well.
Hello. You're going to help me beat it?
I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to see.
Trying to gauge?
I'm trying to gauge what your tastes are compared to what you're drinking and the outcome of this.
I've been so serious. I'm over here realizing I'm not talking.
Yeah, no, you're not saying anything.
Deep contemplation.
You're all in your head, man.
I'm really trying to do this right.
I think I've made my determination of what you guys are going to guess, and I want to see if I'm right here.
I have a feeling that I know which one is going to win the final pour. I don't know if I'm going to pick that one.
Oh, shit, you're like trolling us. And yourself.
You know, we went through a fucking pandemic, and I feel like I didn't watch enough documentaries because I don't have a whole diatribe to go on about like
fine.
watching children get into
It's
private
fine.
school.
Yeah. Waiting for Superman.
Waiting for Superman.
Watch it.
Who watched it? Okay, I feel like did I mention it 2 weeks ago?
You did, but I think I cut that section
Okay,
out.
yeah. If anybody did their homework and watched Waiting for Superman over the past year, give the Whiskey Tangent podcast 5 stars on all platforms. Rate it
thank you.
entirely. Give the local lounge 5 stars on Google. And tell me what you thought of Waiting for Superman, and I will buy you your entire... I will pay for your entire bill for the evening.
Dang.
Local, whatever it is. If you order like 3 pours of Boss Hog, I'll hate you. I'll think you're a shit person. If you are like, I want 2 ounces of all the Boss Hogs,
wait.
I'll be at $400, and you better tip me accordingly. But
Do we get to do that too?
you and Ed have to give me like a 5-paragraph essay on what you thought of that documentary.
We're going to have to cut this because you'll be thousands in arrears. You're like, what did I do?
What have I done?
I'm going to alter it. Anders will buy you 1 drink of your choice.
There you go.
For you and everyone in your
Whatever
party.
it is, yeah.
Whatever you're into your party, he'll buy you 1 round.
I'll buy you $100 drink.
Yeah, 1 round.
Leave me $20.
Exactly.
Pity me in despair.
Okay, we have Ed's selection here. Waiting on Scott and Anders to...
Yeah, I took multiple splashes, but I'm done first. So who's doing the work?
Congratulations.
Wow.
We're going to have the final winner song like they do after the NCAAs. That silly little ballad type thing.
Mitt gott är nimmer snälla. Skit. Cut out me speaking Swedish. I'm an American.
No, that's great. I love it.
He's had so much he's speaking in tongues now.
I wish you would do a review of both whiskeys right now in Swedish so we can leave it in there.
Jag pratar lite svenska med jag vill göra det bra på jag skulle vilja något att dricka på
What about B?
jag tycker om det. B det är så inte illa.
That's what I was thinking.
Jag tycker om B. Please fucking cut this out. My Swedish is atrocious. I haven't been to Sweden in like 6 years.
Well,
love it.
the 3 people listening to Sweden will mock you.
Our Swedish listenership went from 2 to 4. It doubled.
No shock.
No, cut it all out.
No shock.
I'm an American. I was born in D.C.
I have Anders' selection in hand.
I was going to say,
waiting on
no
Scott.
shock. Anders and me have voted, and Scott, once again, is laboring.
I drink and I fuck like an American.
Damn.
Wow.
Slow and sloppy.
That's wildly accurate.
All right, so I poured the water on it. I didn't really like either.
Yeah. It's the finals. You want another splash?
Yeah. You know what? I do.
All right.
You want to...
Dump the glasses and give them a splash of each.
I mean, fuck. I really like the one I'm going to choose.
I hope so.
Yeah, there's not a bad one there. I mean, the EXO's great, and the Corsair has shown that it's got the metal.
Before we reveal what the final pour is, I just want to say that like I've always had a thing against Canadian whiskey, and I don't really prefer it at all.
Yeah.
So,
And I've always been a little bit of a champion of the Crown Royal. Scott will tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But has it changed your mind with what you're doing right now?
Canadian ryes generally tend to be blends.
yes. Yes.
Canada is the master of the rye blend.
Yes, it is.
That's what kind of defines it as a country and how they express whiskey. And so while I have Canadian whiskeys that I like, I mean, we talked about the Caribou before.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I think that's super enjoyable. And I really enjoyed the Crown Royal XO overall. Yeah. But that being said, whenever I think of Canadian whiskey, I think it's going to be a rye blend.
Yeah.
It's where my mind goes immediately, and I get biased.
Yeah.
So after I watered them down, I don't know which one I picked, but I picked the one that I preferred more. So
Okay.
Now, how you want me to announce the final?
Open them all, and
Yeah.
if it's unanimous, say unanimous decision.
It's not, though, because I've seen
It's not,
Anders'
okay.
selection. I'll go Ed first because he handed it over first.
right.
Ed chose B.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anders went with A.
Okay.
right.
Scott debated for a long time.
I did.
He tried it neat. He tried a little water. He really poured over his decision. He was just torn. He was torn. There's pieces of him everywhere. Clean that up. Scott went with B.
And B was.
B. I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to get a reaction from you guys.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
The Upstart 8-month Corsair is your 2021 Final Pour champion.
Wow.
Ed
Fucking-
and Scott chose Corsair.
Oh, you chose B. Anders chose A.
Yes.
Yes.
We agreed again.
Which
What the?
which surprised me. I thought you were going with the Crown Royal.
Again, I think Anders and Ed were defying expectations and picking the opposite of what we thought they'd pick.
Yes.
I thought I was going to go with the Corsair.
Yeah.
And as soon as I proofed them down with water and I tried them both, I was like, A. And I think that's the Crown Royal.
Yeah.
It's
Unfucking
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
I think it was that first initial wash over the palate.
Yeah.
I was more inclined towards the Crown Royal.
It was
I
delicious.
think, yeah, absolutely.
It is.
I think it's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cognac versus the chocolate, really.
I love the Crown Royal XO. It's toffee, it's caramel,
Yeah.
it's vanilla, it's charred, but it's also got some tobacco and leather notes. The Corsair, in the tasty notes that Scott has, it says menthol, and I taste it. I taste the menthol in the finish, especially. It's
do.
a very interesting flavor that not many whiskeys have. Yes, it's oak, malt, dark cocoa, all that's there, and cherries are there, but it's definitely the menthol and earthiness on the finish that I think makes it very special. It's why I chose it throughout today.
Wow, holy crap. I'm frankly flabbergasted at this whole thing. I can't believe a fourth seed that has this unique mash bill, 8 months aged, and it went on to beat a number 1 seed, a number 2 seed, and then now again another number 2 seed.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm just shocked.
Shocked, very shocked.
I mean, in the final tasting, I took another shot of the Corsair, and I did find some more depth in it on the second pour.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I was in Anders' chair on this round, I would have had a tough time.
Yeah.
I really dug the XO, but the Corsair, it's found the niche there.
It
truly
was so
unique.
It's really
difficult.
different. It's good.
Truly unique.
Yeah. Another rye takes home. the
Yeah,
crown.
another rye
Another rye
wins the
takes it.
bracket. So final thoughts, everyone.
Once again, if you've been sleeping on Crown Royal XO, I think you owe it to yourself to buy a bottle. You need to go out and find a bottle of Corsair Dark Rye and give yourself a treat to something you've never had before. The Woodford Reserve chocolate malt is in the neighborhood of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But it's not nearly as dynamic as it as far as the different
Corsair is so intricate
Yeah.
in its flavors.
Yeah, so definitely revisit your feelings on Evan Williams Bottle and Bond and give yourself a cheap Friday night by buying a bottle of that every now and then for $21. And lastly, try some Amrut. Get out there. If you like Scotch, try French single malt and Indian single malt. There's a whole world out there. And of course, the Japanese whiskeys from Nikka are amazing.
Yeah, I think the international bracket really brought forth a whole new taste of stuff that I need to go out and buy now.
Oh, yeah. It was exactly our intention to do that. We wanted to bring in not just American bourbons and ryes and Scotch and Irish. We wanted to do something a little extra special. That's why we combined the Scotch and Irish together and did a whole world bracket with 4 different countries.
Yeah.
The Crown, I'm going to have to go get that too as well because that's something I've never
And
tasted.
what a beautiful
and
bottle,
that blew
right?
me away.
What a beautiful bottle. they
Really
have.
cool bottle. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm tasting it again and it's fantastic. It really is. Anders, what do you think?
I'm so impressed and excited for how the whiskey world will be growing and evolving over the next year. I'm excited to see new innovations in American whiskey overall, with the 8-month-old Corsair Dark Rye taking home the crown this year. And all of our other competitors, there wasn't a single pour that passed my lips that I wasn't surprised by and excited by. So congratulations to Corsair and Corsair Dark Rye.
Yeah.
I want to echo Anders in saying that Corsair to me presents the future of whiskey. It's the way that they age it, the way that they develop their mash bills. It's so unique. A lot of people are doing blends, but there's a lot of small distilleries in every state that are doing unique stuff like this. They're experimenting with grains and proofing and aging and barrels and yeast. And it's just extraordinary that this expression won the entire tournament.
It's stunning. And like, honestly, you do your own tastings. If you think that the Nikka coffee grain is better than the Amrut or whatever, the Crown Royal,
We invite you to do that and email us and tell us your thoughts.
taste it.
All right, Ed.
Here we are.
Take us out.
I mean, what an amazing tournament this year. I wish I could flash forward till next year. Hopefully, COVID will be over and we can have full capacity in the arena and not just 15% like we had this year.
I thought we went up to 35.
We set big screens up outside so they can watch them
Yeah,
outside,
yeah,
too.
they can watch
And it's
outside.
being-
They're outside the building.
And it's being
It's,
simulcast at Heaven Hill in Japan, France, India, all simulcast around the world.
And in Tennessee tonight, the crowd is screaming.
I mean, they're flipping
clamoring.
cards. Please don't be violent tonight. Celebrate responsibly.
right. Don't burn Nashville down to the ground.
Don't,
Yeah.
Right. Don't
It's
flip
okay. They're
police
not
cars.
Philly.
Right.
They didn't-
Right. Yeah.
Right,
Don't eat horse shit. Okay. Just don't do it.
Just gonna go there.
So for,
Oh, God, they really did add.
They really did it.
Yeah.
After the Eagles,
we're
won
going
the
to cut
Super
that
Bowl.
out.
No, I have pictures. They really.
I know, but
added-
I don't want it in. So cut that out. So for the Whiskey Tangent podcast, Whiskey Madness 2021, we thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully for all 4 episodes because it was epic. I'm Ed.
I'm Scott.
I'm Anders.
And I'm Gabe.
Cheers, everybody, and Shavonne.
I'm here too, guys.
Yes.
Bye now.
Take that, make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Shit. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just fake it.